right, on Friday, candidate for Ohio Governor Vivek Ramaswamy told a crowd in Toledo there's a Lake Michigan. Maybe there should be a Lake Ohio, suggesting a name change for Lake Erie.
So we're asking you, do you support renaming Lake Erie to Lake Ohio? You can vote at cleveland19.com/vote.
In the meantime, Dan DeRose, the 19 Data Journalism team, is here with maybe some clarification on this.
Yeah, I emailed the office of candidate Ramaswamy today and got really a curt email back saying the audience understood it was a joke. Maybe the media should. Well, hey, if you just saw the commercials on who is endorsing Ramaswamy, it's not that far-fetched. Of course, you've got Lake Michigan and Lake Erie. That was his comment, is maybe there should be Lake Ohio. This is where it's not so far-fetched. This is Google Earth. I know it's a little hard to see right there. Google Earth, it is called Gulf of America. That, of course, was a change by now President Donald Trump. Now, not everybody could see that this was a joke, including Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost, who we caught up with today. But in full disclosure, keep in mind, Yost is also running for governor.
Lake Erie is actually named in the state constitution. That requires a vote of the people to change. The governor doesn't get to just do that. This isn't like the president taking action on a national map. Secondly, the lake is also named in 94 separate statutes here in Ohio, passed by the General Assembly, separate branch of government. The governor doesn't get to just ignore that or just take his eraser to the acts of the General Assembly.
And of course, the reason we interviewed A.G. Yost is because he is the Attorney General, not just because he's running against Ramaswamy. That'll be interesting. But yes, as you heard, it would be very hard for a governor to pull what the president did for Gulf of Mexico. Chris?